Hello, everyone. Welcome to Morning Coffee. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is going to be your general energy reading for your Monday, June 29th. But please keep in mind that time is an illusion and energies are fluid. So just because this is a reading dated for the 29th of June, it does not mean that it absolutely has to resonate for you at that time. Whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates for you, then that is the message for you in that moment. Also, keep in mind that this is a general reading, yes? So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So, right off the bat, I want to let you guys know we're going to have a little bit of story time today. So, those of you that are not interested in story time, if someone could leave a timestamp for them, and if you just want to get straight to the reading, go right ahead. Although I will recommend that maybe you listen to, because this is story time, yeah, but it's a little bit of an update, but also there's a bit of meaning behind it. I mean, do whatever you want. Don't let me tell you what to do. But I would recommend that maybe you listen. Okay, so first things first. Monthlies are done. Excellent. I got ahead of schedule because I had enough time yesterday to just power right through the rest of them, and it was great. Turned out wonderful. Right after I do morning coffee here, I'm going to record Gemini's extra love reading to make up for the fact that I didn't do anything for the channel. Like, I didn't do monthly readings for the channel during Gemini season. So as my apology to you guys here on YouTube, I am going to do a love reading for you here, where normally they would be found over on Patreon. And I'm going to do that right after I do morning coffee. And then once that's finished, uploaded and ready to go, I'm going to release all of the monthly readings. So you can expect to have those out today, the 29th. So there's that. But the real story time that I wanted to get into is an update on the water bug situation in my apartment. So many of you that watched Morning Coffee for the weekend edition of the 26th through the 28th, you heard my water bug story and how I was chased around my apartment by one. And many of you had, you looked it up and you shared the symbolism with me, which was great. And then I looked it up myself and I was really looking at it. I was like, okay, wow. And one of the biggest symbols, obviously there is no like water bug definition. So you go to the next best thing, which is a roach. Symbols, a roach represents pestilence. Yes. It also represents resilience. That's important. But it also represents authenticity. And the fact that not only that I had that encounter with that water bug that day, but also that it like literally ran into my foot, like homie ran into my foot, and that's how I even knew it was in there with me. And then it was basically like following me around the apartment, right? Well, that day is the first time. It ended up being the first time that I actually really let loose and allowed myself to be who I truly am in front of an audience. In front of this type of audience. And by that, I mean, I'm a card reader. I work within the realms of spirituality. And the spiritual field holds certain standards. And if you don't follow those certain standards, you're perceived to be a fraud, non-spiritual, blah, blah, blah. I never subscribed to that. However, I did keep it pretty tight on my YouTube channel just because I wasn't trying to ruffle any feathers and I was fairly new. But that day, I did something for my Patreon channel in which I started a series called After Hours. And if you're a patron, then you know exactly what that is. You have access to it. If you're not a patron and you want to check it out, I highly recommend that you go ahead and do so, because actually after hours sessions are going to be for official patrons only. So like the top tier, right? But that one is available for everybody to see, whether you're a patron or not, because it turned out to be an introduction, not only to Divine Conversations on Patreon, but also to me, like me as I truly am. Okay, me in my true, real, raw, authentic form. And I really want to be able to share that with you guys, but of course I have to be careful, right? I have to, because it started with me doing these updates, right? Where I was sitting here in my apartment or at my friend, one of them was at my friend Erin's place. But I'm sitting outside, I'm smoking a cigarette, I'm drinking some rum, and we're just chatting. And I really appreciated that. I really loved being able to do that. And a lot of you guys really loved it too. I did notice, however, that I started to lose people. I think I lost like about 100 subscribers or some shit right around that time that happened, that was happening. And you know what? That's fine. I mean, it's really, to be quite honest, not to sound like an asshole, but like no skin off my nose, whatever, that's your choice. Because the people that really do matter are the people that still are here, the people that still follow me. So it was really significant that happened at that day, because then that day turned into the day that I decided that I'm actually going to allow myself to be this authentic self. I'll do it in a safer place where people are, you know, they're specifically coming for my services, not just, you know, some random person watching readings on YouTube, right? And I did that because, and I made that introduction because I wanted people to see what they were paying for, okay? I really feel like that was important. So that's why it also became an intro. So it's available for everybody. If you want to go watch it, go ahead. It's on my Patreon page, patreon.com/Divine Conversations. It's titled Welcome to Divine Conversations. Okay. Now, here's a little bit of funniness. I finished morning coffee, that weekend edition morning coffee, right? And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, Eric, moment of truth. And so I creep out into my living room and there it is. Belly up. Homie was belly up on the floor. So, and I didn't think they die. I read somewhere that they don't normally die like that. That only happens when they've been like poisoned or something. And I haven't laid any traps. I haven't put any poison down. I don't think an exterminator has been here in the longest time. You know what I mean? I don't know when the last time an exterminator was here. So I don't know why that happened. But it struck me that I guess I had dealt with something, or I handled something that the creature was trying to get me to realize. It was really, I'm going to be honest with you, it was really strange. But literally by the end of that reading, oh, that's right. Because that reading turned out to be a twin flame reading. And at first, and I had a dream about my twin the night before, or the person that played the role of my twin, of my divine masculine the night before. And I was kind of I was questioning whether I should share of that. And then Spirit eventually pushed me to do so, and I did it. But that was me being authentic. That was me being myself, me sharing my life for you guys to understand and to pick up and to learn from, right? That's always been, that's been me in Divine Conversations here since day one. And my part of my fear around that was, I'm not trying to out anybody, or I'm not trying to rope someone into something that, you know, they don't necessarily want to be a part of. I'm not trying to throw anybody's air out anybody's dirty laundry. Let me tell you, that happened to me with my ex-husband, and I did not appreciate it. And I'm not trying to do that with anybody else. I just want to make that clear. So it's a struggle for me to sometimes to share those things, especially on this platform of YouTube where everybody can see it, and especially in terms of the twin flame journey, because we all sound like we're fucking crazy here, right? Okay. So, but Spirit was really pushing me to share, because it was important, and it came out in that reading, right? Okay, so that was a really significant day. All right, cool. So wait, there's more. Fast forward to Sunday morning, yesterday morning. I ended up spending the night at my friend Erin's house on Saturday night. Got home early Sunday morning with enough time to like ready to go. I had breakfast, and then I dove into the last of the monthly readings, and it was great. It worked out well. But I opened the door to my apartment, y'all, and I look on the floor. And there are two more of those little fuckers. Belly up. And as I'm dealing with this, I look and I'm like, oh, hell no. And I start declaring, I'm like, listen up, homie. Y'all ain't welcome here. Okay? You are not welcome here. So I suggest you get the fuck out and don't come back. Because if you enter my space, you lose your life. And obviously, I didn't have to do anything physically. Like, I didn't have to attack these things physically for them to go belly up on their own. So it's not like I ain't saying nothing that ain't true, right? Okay. But as I was dealing with that, sorry, as I was dealing with that, Spirit kept saying, karmic energy, karmic energy, karmic energy. And one of you that posted a reply or a comment on that weekend edition of Morning Coffee did mention that those could be spies. And of course, now here's the conspiracy theorist within me all triggered and shit, like, oh, hell no, these better get these little motherfucking spies out of my place. You know what I'm saying? But Spirit was saying, this is a representation of karmic energy. People are watching you. People are kind of after you. People are sending nasty, toxic energy towards you. All you got to do is protect yourself. That's it. See, because you're aware of it now. So now you can send that energy screaming right back to them. Protect yourselves, guys. Especially if you find yourself on a twin flame journey, and especially if you're in the Divine Feminine Collective and you're really doing the damn thing for your own self and you're leaving your Divine Masculine in the dust. Honey, don't let anybody enter your space without your permission. Your physical space, your energetic space. And let me tell you something. No matter what type of spell, no matter what type of bullshit they may try to pull, nobody can get into your space if your space is sovereign. If you own that space, ain't nobody getting in there. Okay? Protect yourselves, guys. Now, I will say, because Spirit is asking me to share this, what I like to do to protect myself is, first of all, I like to envision myself within a clear quartz crystal, something like this, right? Rock hard, impenetrable. But then also, I like to envision that I'm surrounded by a seamless mirror ball, right? Like think a disco ball, but without the different little mirrors, right? Like seamless. Just one big... reflective. The point is that it's reflective, okay? So if anybody's throwing any sort of negative bullshit, karmic, or whatever energy that you just don't want at you, reflects right off of that mirror ball protection and goes right back to them, okay? It really is that simple, though. It really is that simple. The tricky aspect of it is being consistent with it and really getting that program settled, ingrained, set. You know what I mean? Okay, guys. That's it for story time. So let's get started here. We're gonna do our daily reading, yeah? So I'm getting into the Wild Unknown Tarot. I still have Beyond Lemuria. I did another after-hour session last night, and it turned into a twin flame reading. So all my patrons out there, brace yourselves. And those of you that, because I am going to continue to do twin flame readings. However, if it doesn't come out in like Morning Coffee or in like any of the monthly readings, they will officially be on Patreon. So if you're interested in that, go follow me on Patreon. Right now, it's the top tier is only $7 a month. I will say in the future, that's going to change. But right now, $7 a month, we're good. And it's not going to change for a few months because I need to get into the flow of Patreon and I need to understand it a little bit more, but yeah. All right. So, yes. So my patrons, expect a twin flame reading to be hitting you real soon. Okay. Here we go, kids. Timestamp 1333. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for our Monday, June 29th, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, kids, we're going to give this 3 shuffles, and then we'll see what we've got. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. All right, morning coffee on this beautiful Monday morning. Welcome to your week. I hope you have a good one. Something just reflected something is reflecting a rainbow on my, I think it's the sun reflecting off of this mirror that's on my wall here. That is so cute. I love it. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Overall energy is strength. All right. I smell trouble. I smell trouble, you guys, because a bunch of cards came out, like a whole stack of cards fell out, and they fell out and they flipped around. So it looks like they're reversed already, but they fell face down. And I don't know, it's something about this. And now we have the Knight of Wands with the Hermit and the Three of Cups. Let's go here. Three of Wands, okay. Oh God, this is a lot of shit. Okay. I don't know, maybe I'm just being dramatic, but yeah, look. Oh, yeah, look. Ooh, okay. Check it out. The cards that fell face down, I'm sorry, that fell down and reversed. And as soon as I saw them flip around and reverse, I didn't know what they were because they fell face down. But as soon as I saw them flip around and reverse, I was like, ooh, what the fuck is that? Four of Swords, Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. But then I kept shuffling and some more fell on top of it. But these cards fell face up and did not reverse. The Moon with the Queen of Pentacles. Y'all masculines out there, man, your divine counterparts, I should say, ooh, they are not happy. Honey, they are not happy. You want to know why? Because you, Queen of Pentacles, man, you left their ass in the dust and they don't know what to do. Because it's not even like they can watch you. It's not even like they can search for you. It's not even like in whatever ways that they could maybe spy on you on social media or something. It's really not even like they're getting all that much information. I just heard, you know what Spirit just said, you guys? You are no longer at their disposal. And now, because of that, they are having to deal with their own bullshit. They're having to face themselves, and they're having to face the surroundings, the community around them, the life that they've built for themselves, the people that they find around them, the family that they still associate with, or I want to say are attached to, the friends that they still associate with, the karmic partners that they still deal with. It's causing them to have to re-identify themselves. It's causing them to have to learn to love themselves, which ultimately is going to bring victory, Six of Wands, and a closing of that karmic cycle. The world, all right? That's what you face on the journey, on the path right now is leading to. That is the meaning of what's happening right now. Divine Feminine or feminine counterpart here, you've done your work and you're shrouded in mystery, and you have every right to be shrouded in mystery because you know that this guy ain't pulling his weight, ain't keeping up his end of the bargain. So it's almost as if what I really feel like has happened here. It's almost as if the universe has said, you know what, baby, let's go somewhere else. I'm gonna take you, and we're gonna cover all this. We're not gonna let you be seen. We're gonna hide you away because you deserve it. Keep up the good work, Spirit just said. Divine Masculine counterparts that are in this energy here, King of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. Y'all are still in denial, aren't you? Look, I'm gonna be real honest. I have gotten so cutthroat since I got here. I ain't playing. I ain't fucking around. I mean, there's no real reason to. So if you find my delivery too harsh, then you might want to leave. You can click the fuck off now. Okay? Okay. Y'all sorry ass is still in denial, aren't you? Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords in reverse. And to make matters worse, you're not happy anymore in any of this. Nine of Cups in reverse. You might still be playing along, and actually you might be indulging. I'm hearing drinking. You might be indulging even more now than you have before because you're trying to numb the pain. You're trying to prove, because you're so fixed in this energy, you're so rooted or so stuck in this situation, you're being so stubborn about this because you don't want this person, the Queen of Pentacles, you don't want her to be right. Even though you know she is. So what are you going to do? You're going to dig your heels in even more. And Spirit just said, that's fine, because it's only going to lead to your own destruction. This can only go on for so long. I'm going to just say it this way, y'all. This can only go on for so long. And that's why this is, I mean, shit. Ain't no skin off her nose, because she knows. Right? And that's why this is part of the path. Eventually, something's got to give. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you what that something is going to give, but something has got to give eventually, because you can't keep doing this forever. Either your body's going to give out, you're going to get injured somehow, you're going to get into some sort of accident, there's going to be some sort of catastrophic circumstance that breaks you out of this. Lord, honey. Let's get some, okay, you know what? I'm going to stop the video here and I'll be right back. Okay, the reason why I did that is because my phone can only record about 30 minutes or 4 gigabytes at a time. And when I tried to piece them together, the first time on Friday for that weekend edition, what happened was you saw the last half hour, the audio and the visual was out of sync. Well, it's what that happened when I tried to piece them together. So I'm recording them in separate files, and then I'm going to piece them together. So that's why that just happened. Okay, but what we're going to do now is we're going to get into some clarification. And all right, look. So just to remind you, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Hermit, and the Three of Cups here. There's an activation that's happening. This is ultimately causing whomever this is, and if this is not a twin flame situation, then this is maybe a partner, a friend, a lover, best friend. I'm hearing someone that is the King of Pentacles to your Queen of Pentacles. Okay, but this is causing. Wow, I'm hearing the illusion is becoming clear, but this is this is causing someone to have to face themselves and to have to go through a transformation. Aha. So this person was in this Knight of Wands energy. This is the negative aspect of the Knight of Wands. And this person is having to face the fact that they were playing this role for the sake of all these people, for the sake of the happiness or the acceptance of this Three of Cups energy, this hive mind, this collective, this group of people. But now someone is having to face that. The Hermit. It's causing someone to have to re-identify themselves. It's causing someone to have to love themselves for who they are, not who these people say they are or who these people want them to be. It's going to bring a victory, but it's not going to be easy. This is the Six of Wands, and you recognize, you see all those brambles down there at the bottom? I'm sure it was no easy feat for that butterfly to rise above all of that bullshit, right? So the world here is the perfect card for this, because yes, this is a completion of a cycle, but this is a completion of a cycle of a major cycle, spiritual cycle, a cycle that's lasted lifetime, a cycle that's lasted lifetimes even. And also what this says here is, honey, if you're waiting for somebody to get their act together, you just need to move on now, because this is not going to happen anytime soon. This is not going to happen overnight, at least. It's going to take some time and some effort and some strength. And you have got to let them do this on their own. Because look, because you got yourself here on your own, didn't you? As a matter of fact, if we're talking twin flames here, divine feminine, you got yourself here while still giving the masculine energy. But you still pulled yourself up. Now, granted, you had to stop doing that, and that's when you really called back your power. That's when you really stepped it up, okay? But you did this on your own. He needs to do this on his own. You can't help him. And we say this over and over and over. You can't help him. You can't help anybody like that because you're only enabling them. They're not really learning the lesson for themselves. So as soon as whatever it is you're providing to them or whomever is providing to them is gone, now they're back where they started and they ain't learned shit. They ain't changed shit, right? You got to learn this on your own. You got to do this on your own. You got to learn this lesson for your own damn self. I'm going to get into clarifying here. Because I want to look a little bit deeper into this. King of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. I want to clarify this a little bit more. Starting off with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. 2 more shuffles, excuse me. Yo, something's popping off with the chickens out there. Last shuffle. Okay, here we go. That's enough right there. Damn right, it's enough. It's a whole stack. Okay, you have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. First and foremost, this is asking the feminines to be compassionate and not send hateful energy towards the divine masculine. Okay? But also, divine masculine or masculines or whomever this King of Pentacles is, right off the bat, you have got to start facing your emotions. You've got to really start cleaning this up. And I'm hearing you have to start learning to develop healthier or develop these at all, but you have to develop emotional boundaries. I mean, we've been saying this to you for the longest time, Divine Masculine, and I even said this in the Twin Flame reading, I'm sorry, in the weekend edition for the 26th to the 28th. It is not your responsibility to handle someone else's shit for them. So all these people, these narcissistic people that have literally got you by the balls, don't let that happen anymore. I mean, you're going to have to gingerly pry them off. Okay, I understand that, but don't let anybody get you by the balls like that. Shit. I just heard it again. That is not your responsibility. 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the Tower, the Hierophant. What you have here that you think is stable and is a good home and a good family life, that you're taking your victory laps on, that you're putting on this appearance or putting on this show just to save face, you are lying to yourself and everyone else around you. And what you're about to realize is that you're just doing this for societal reasons. You're not doing this because it's authentic to you, Hierophant with the Tower. No. This is a false structure. And homegirl over here, this Queen of Pentacles, man, she knew it all along. But see, the problem now for you is that she's not going to entertain this anymore. And she is shrouded in mystery. You can't find her to save your life. You are lying to yourself, Divine Masculine, or whomever this King of Pentacles is, you are lying to yourself. It's a facade. You're just saving face. At this point, you're trying to save your own ass, because let me tell you something. Some of y'all probably really popped off in some ways where it's like, ooh, I can't take that back now. Because if I take that back now, I'm going to look like such a fucking idiot. You damn right you are. You damn right you are. But hey, that's not our problem. That's yours, boo. Fix it. Handle it. Yo. stop doing this. Stop doing what? I'm not doing anything. I am not doing anything but reading the energy. Y'all watch me shuffle these cards. Y'all watch me draw them right here, right now. I ain't trying to make nothing happen other than bring the message forward that needs to be heard. So please don't blame me, because it's not my fault. I am literally just the messenger here. So don't shoot me. Please. Let's wrap this up. And let's get your oracle card from Beyond Lemuria today. Is 3 shuffles. 1. 2. And 3. Okay, well, I guess I'm feeling a little triggered right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm feeling a little triggered right now because it's like, this is some really harsh shit. These are things that I don't really intend to you know. So I'm kind of like, okay, you guys get it. All right. Oracle message, closing message for today, please, Spirit. Ooh. Okay, we have 3 cards. Okay, we have Earth, Mother Nature. We have Shine Your Light. And we have Ether. So what I'm getting with this, I'm not going to read all 3 of these cards to save time. I do want to read Shine Your Light, though, because that one seems to be the most important here. But you have Earth and Ether coming forward, and I feel like this is a message, especially in terms of with Shine Your Light. This is a message for you, for whomever is dealing with this, whomever is in this King of Pentacles in reverse energy. You are needing to ground your truer self. You are needing to connect with the higher realms of yourself and then bring that down to the earth, instead of being this false representation of who you truly are. Okay? So, okay, with that said, let's read Shine Your Light. Card number 44, by the way. All right. Again, don't shoot the messenger. Shine your light. Doing what you love. Time to thrive. Giving from the overflow. Life purpose. Being authentically you. Compassionate self-empowerment. Loving life. Trying things you resonate with. Bringing joy to others by being an inspiration. You know what? I'm just going to read this whole thing. So here we go. You are amazing. There is no one like you, and no one can do you as you can. Yet we sometimes feel that we need to be a certain way, a way not aligned with our authentic self. You may feel obligated to be something or someone. You may have stopped doing some of the things you love due to time or energy restraints. When you take time to do what truly makes you shine each day, you will light up and bring joy to other people's worlds. As you go about your life, you will have a sense of purpose and feel naturally inspired to fulfill your responsibilities. That's okay. You will also have more energy and love to overflow. Doing what we love can bring so much goodness to our hearts that it filters into other areas of our life. Yet when life is demanding more of us, we give up the things we love to make way for more practical pursuits. When we finally come back to these pursuits, we wonder why we waited. For much of my life, as in the author, being Izzy Ivy, for much of my life, I did not paint as I thought it was self-indulgent. I questioned how doing what I love could be beneficial to others. Now, the constant messages of gratitude I receive for anchoring my visions on canvas make me wonder how I ever thought that way. And I'm gonna co-sign with you, Ivy. Izzy Ivy. I'm gonna co-sign with you, babe, because if I hadn't started this YouTube channel doing these readings for y'all, Number one, I wouldn't be here in Puerto Rico. That's for sure. But number two, I wouldn't be so happy. I wouldn't feel so fulfilled. And this is only one piece of the puzzle. This actually is providing me with an opportunity to pursue the other things that I love, like agriculture, like building, like music. It takes discipline to do what we love, especially if we are natural givers. It is easy to get caught up with other people's lives. This can also be a strong cultural belief that fulfilling a creative need is selfish. The irony here is that tending to our own needs harms none, and we will have a lot more to give. It is time for us to collect our light and shift the vibration here on Earth. Ether and Earth. Ether being the higher realms, the spiritual plane, spiritual essence, right? Right? Starting with our inner sense of being. Let me say that again. It is time for us to collect our light, or ether. It is time for us to collect our light and shift the vibration here on Earth, starting with our inner sense of being. Try those things you have always wanted to explore. Weave enjoyment throughout your day-to-day experience. Find purpose and the inspiration to spring out of bed in the morning. It is time to thrive. The divinatory meaning here is, where can you shine your light? When you have a purpose, you will also have limitless energy and no joy. Where can you grow enthusiasm in your life? Consider how you can be more aligned with your passions so you can harness your light. It may be time to return to something you enjoyed but stopped doing for no good reason. You are a sovereign being. Regain compassionate empowerment and remember what lights up your world. Well, that was some hot tea this morning, wasn't it, y'all? Okay, well, I do want to say, for those of you that are feeling like you're in that King of Pentacles in reverse state, please understand that even though sometimes these messages can be harsh, especially coming from me, because I ain't playing, please understand that you are still 100% unconditionally loved. You are still loved no matter what, no matter how frustrated you may think we are, or, I mean, spirit doesn't get frustrated with us. Our egos get frustrated with us. You're still loved. You're still appreciated. All right? Please don't forget that. With that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next cup of coffee tomorrow morning. Yeah. Take care. Bye.